Joya, named as a national artist for visual arts, was cited because his art constitutes an important landmark in the development of Philippine modern art. His legacy is a large body of work of consistent excellence which has won the admiration of artists both in the local and the international scene. José Joya was born in Manila, June 31, 1931 until year 1996. National artist José Joya was a pioneer modern and abstract artist who was active as a painter, printmaker, mixed media artist, and ceramist. It has been said that it was Joya who spearheaded the birth, growth, and flowering of abstract expressionism in the Philippines. He began sketching at the age of 11, but by the time he had to choose a career path for college, he discovered that the math and science required of an architect was beyond his skill. Joya was educated by renowned Filipino artists Fernando Amorsolo and Guillermo Tolentino at the University of the Philippines College of Fine Arts during his formative years. In 1953, he became the first magna cum laude graduate of the institution. He received a one-year scholarship to study painting in Madrid from the Instituto de Cultura in 1954. Other PhD artists, including as Arturo Luz, Nina Sagel, and Larry Tronco, were also awarded travel and academic scholarships to Madrid. Influence of Vicente Manansala and Anita Magsaysay, who may be seen in his early representational paintings. He created abstract paintings as a member of the new wave of artists in the late 1950s, taking first place in 1958 and receiving additional awards in 1959, 1962, and 1960. In 1964, Joya and the sculptor Napoleon Abueva were chosen to represent the country at the 32nd Venice Biennale. Joya's abstract expressionism is characterized by a kinetic quality and a symmetrical arrangement, more orientation Western. Joya was awarded a Fulbright Smith Mode Scholarship to the Cranbrook Academy of Art in Michigan to finish his master's degree, where he discovered drawing as a medium to capture his insights. He later exhibited at the James Thrall Library, Middletown, in the New York, where he was immersed in the artistic ferments of abstract expression. The pieces on display at Venice, such as Hills of Nico, Granadian Abraski, Karate Blow, and the Quiapo Black Nazarene Festival, were part of his aesthetic phase, which critics referred to as his exploding galaxy period, in which forms and shapes shoot outward from the nuclear center. This abstract expressionism of national artist Jose Joya is powerfully manifested in their work from 1962, the year we represented the country at the Venice Biennale. The upward trajectory of thick impastos and warm colors are similar to those in his masterpiece Grenadian Arabski. The Hills of Nico are one such excellent example of abstract expressionism that isn't figurative. It represents how the artist sees one of the actual hills in Nikko, Japan. The artist, however, expressed these flaws throughout the summer by using strong brushstrokes and superimposing lines. Indeed, the painting is parable of human flaws. Grenadian Arabski is a horizontal abstract painting which showcases different shades of yellow and features broad strokes and swipes of impasto mixed with sand. It is masterful execution of texture and composition, and embodiment of Joya's talent as a mixed media artist and pioneer of modern art in the Philippines. In the late 60s, he received grants from Rockefeller Third Fund and Ford Foundation to study at Pratt Institute in New York, and was president of EAP, dean of UP College of Fine Arts, and chairperson of Philippines delegations to China. He frequently made rapid on-the-spot pencil, charcoal, or pastel sketches while traveling to different locations. Two large murals by Joya from the 1970s, Lanterns of Enlightenment and Mariveles, both feature stunning and interaction between shape and tone. After seeing Jackson Pollock's and other American artists' works using novel methods, supplies, and styles, Joya experimented with his own take on abstract expressionism. For instance, Joya sketched using markers rather than pens or pencils, and painted on ceramics such as plates and other common objects instead of the customary canvas. Throughout his career as a painter, he was awarded numerous first place prizes at the main exhibits he entered. In addition, he was posthumously honored by President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo for his contributions to Filipino fine art awareness and teaching. Joy's diverse artistic career evolved from early works influenced by his traditional education that emphasized figure drawing and portraits to non-figurative abstraction on large canvases and lastly to ceramic art. This great portrait of a mother and child is a part of the renowned series of mother and child paintings, one of his last artworks, and he created it for benefit of charitable foundation. Space Transfiguration shows the great freedom depicted in a storm of brush strokes of vivid, violent colors with which Joya was handling paint, a freedom which long after his death continues to liberate Philippine painting towards the end of the 20th century. From Josè to Joya 1976 statement, whether portraying objective reality or subjective inspiration, drawing remained important to him. The medium was immaterial. He used ink, washes, even color, provided the graphic characters that took shape on paper were directed by his intuition and imagination. Creating an artwork, Joy once stated, the artist is concretizing his need for communication. He has an irresistible urge to reach that level of spiritual satisfaction and to project what he is and what he thinks through work. An artist must have a strong drive in order to express who he is and what he believes via his work to achieve the degree of spiritual happiness.